Hello, and thank you for joining us for the introduction to Empower You. Please visit us online at www.justempower.me. Before we get started, I'd like to say a few words about empowerment from Amy Jo Martin, author and speaker. Empowerment comes from within, and typically it's stemmed and fostered by self-assurance. To feel empowered is to feel free, and that's when people do their best work. And that's what we strive to do here at Empower You, our best work. The learning objectives for today are to understand the mission, vision, and values of Empower You, or EU as we call it, to be able to identify EU core support leadership, to be familiarized with EU's program units and service lines, to find out what's in it for families and care managers to work with Empower You, to gain insight into EU staffing capabilities, and to learn differentiating factors between Empower You and other service agencies. Now, who is Empower You? What is Empower You? Empower You is a learning organization that strives to continuously support children, families, and communities through providing innovative and sustainable empowerment and therapeutic programming. On our way to challenging the many disparities that exist in mental health and social support for our children and families in need, we seek to network, collaborate, create, and disrupt. Our vision is to be a system leader in creating opportunities with clinicians to develop and grow while enhancing their value proposition to those that we serve. And our values are advocacy, collaboration, communication, empathy, integrity, respect, and transparency. Now, I'd like to take a moment to introduce you to your core support leadership team. You have Maida Rosario, who is our lead care coordinator, who answers most of the calls when new referrals come in. Then you have Tamara Mossad, the lead partner, who supervises the other partners around the state of New Jersey, the other clinicians that supervise teams in each county. Then you have myself, Marlon Gray, the founder of the organization. Now on to our family of programs. Empower You has 3 different units that service our youth across the state of New Jersey. We have our Behavioral Assistance and IIC unit, which handles mentoring, parent mentoring, and it goes by Empower You in cyber. Then you also have the Youth Empowerment Suites, which is our after-school respite center for children on the autism spectrum. We also provide one-to-one respite and weekend recreation respite. We also have Clinical Care by Empower You, which is our unit that has the IIH clinical and IIH behavioral units of Empower You. Now we're going to get into the children's system of care services that Empower You offers. Empower You offers behavioral assistance, biopsychosocial assessments, intensive in-community and intensive in-home services, and youth and parent mentoring. As far as our respite care services or family support services, Empower You offers agency after-school respite, which occurs from Monday through Friday from the hours of 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. for a total of 20 hours a week, or agency hired respite, which is a one-to-one respite service that occurs 5 hours a week, or agency weekend respite, which occurs from Friday through Sunday for a total of 6.25 hours a week. Now, the why of Empower You. This following section is going to describe the critical elements of the Empower You brand experience and essentially answer the question, what's in it for me when it comes to families and care managers? Now, if there were anything that I have to say that we'd like to be known for, Empower You should be known for 3. Diversity, innovation, and prompt service. With a staff that speaks Korean, Spanish, Arabic, Portuguese, French, and Creole, we are able to meet the cultural and linguistic needs of the children and families that we serve. Having a staff of nearly 300 providers between professionals and paraprofessionals allows us to serve from Camden County to Bergen County and back. The reason why we do what we do at Empower You is pretty simple. We love what we do. The how we get it done is by recruiting, selecting, and training providers to feel the same way that we feel about the services that we provide to children and families. They believe in quality service. They believe in communication and teamwork. They believe in overall support for families in any way, shape, or form it's required. We are one of the few agencies that compensates providers for attendance for CFT meetings. We also go above and beyond in terms of our supervision requirements. While the state only asks that you attend supervision once a month or for once every 40 hours that you work, we actually have weekly and bi-weekly virtual sessions where people are going to actually learn, not just check off a compliance box, but learn more how to engage with their families and empower the families that they work with through the pedagogical process of clinical supervision. And as Empower You has positioned itself uniquely as a learning organization that happens to provide therapy, We have paraprofessionals who graduate all the way to becoming professionals and clinically licensed professionals at that turn around and help the next round of people coming up through the system of care. So what does that afford us? It affords us licensed clinicians that have grown up in the system of care and have system of care specific competencies that allow them to perform at a certain level within the field. And that said, it's not entirely unlikely that you have a person who comes into the organization starting off as a mentor or a behavioral assistant while learning, then becomes a master's level clinician, and then eventually a licensed level clinician to work with our families, having grown up within the children's system of care. Also, it's not uncommon to see a respite technician who then graduates into becoming a behavior technician, who then graduates into becoming an ABA specialist like a BCBA or a BCABA. And all the while they're receiving supervision and training and tools to help them get better at their craft and learning the true value of family voice and choice and wraparound. Also for consideration is that in addition to our after-school programming for children on the autism spectrum, Empower You also runs summer camps partnering up with local schools to provide 40 hours a week of coverage for parents. And one closing point for consideration is the fact that many of our providers are Nurtured Heart Approach trained, which also means that our clinicians come with the ability to provide parenting skills development for children and families where that may be a need. That said, we're looking forward for an opportunity to partner with you. We can be reached at 855-500-3848 or visit us online at www.justempower.me. We can also be found on Facebook and Instagram at We Are Empower You.